Let me just watch my stream for a bit. I'm gonna check my FPS out.
Help! I'm dying here!
Stream quality is dog shit.
Keep moving the package.
Swapping mags! Covering front!
Knock them dead. Flagged off back run.
I'm in bad shape.
Active camo!
Package is losing ground.
Changing mags.
Zone C.
Capture zone contested. I'm dying here.
Reloading! Deploying frag!
Zone compromised. Stop it! For that. Allies on B.
No, I'm dog shit. It's so sad.
Reloading!
Zone compromised.
Grenade out!
No, I'm dog shit. It's so sad. Wow. No.
We're losing. This is your cue to start winning.
Help! I'm in bad shape!
Nothing clings like burning.
Reloading!
We're moving on B. Liberate all zones from enemy.
Testing. Testing. Alright, the audio is a little loud. Testing. Alright, the audio is a little loud. Test mic. A little loud. A little loud. Test mic. Test mic. The stream quality is dog water. How the hell do I improve this shit?
I'm going to be sharing a good handful of beginner tips for XDefiant to help get you on your feet if you are struggling with the game at the moment, or even for those players that are performing just fine but are still fairly new to the game, you may pick up a few tips here as well. And let's just dive right into this with one of the more unique aspects of XDefiant compared to many other games like Call of Duty, which I know much of my audience will be coming from a Call of Duty background. This is the character abilities. It's very important in this game to understand what each character is capable of, what their abilities are, what their passives are, and what their ultimates are, as well as how to counter them. And I know this might sound super basic, but I also know there's many people that just don't bother with this stuff. The first tip I've got for you is just take a little bit of time in the menus to go to your factions and read the faction descriptions. This is the absolute bare minimum that you should be doing before getting into the game, so you can at least associate the different character models with what they're capable of. Now, of course, with that, you're not going to get all the details. You don't know all the intricacies of exactly how each of the abilities work and how the passives work. So to add to this point, if you're new to the game, another thing that I highly encourage you to do is play around with all of the factions. Even if you clearly have one faction that you prefer, their abilities just really suit what you like to do and your playstyle, at least toward the beginning, force yourself to use the other factions and use all of them, even the ones that you really don't want to use. Try them out, try their different abilities out as well. And the reason you want to do this is this just helps you understand what enemy players are capable of when they're using the various factions. That way, the moment you see a character model, you know exactly what they can do, what they can't do, as well as, very importantly, what their passive abilities are. And these are the areas I think you should focus on the most. They're the passives, especially as beginner players, because when it comes to passives, they're always active. Every single time you run into a phantom character, so somebody that looks like one of these guys, you want to know that they actually have a little bit of extra health. They have 120 health rather than 100. Therefore, when you see them, just know you're going to have to hit a few more bullets against them to get a kill on them. Additionally, for these guys, the cleaners, when you're playing against them, just know they're actually dealing a little bit of extra damage to you over time. So there's a bonus burn damage that they apply to you every single time a bullet of theirs hits you. And that's pretty important to note as well. On the flip side of that, it's not just enemy character models you want to be aware of. You also want to be aware of your teammates' character models and what they're capable of doing. And a great example of this is the passive for the Libertad players. If you're not using Libertad and you've taken damage and you see a teammate nearby that is using Libertad, if the situation allows for it, try to get close to that teammate, because getting close to them will trigger your healing. So understanding all of these little intricacies with not only the abilities and ultimates, but trigger your situation allows for it, try to get close to that teammate, because getting close to them will trigger your healing. So understanding all of these little intricacies with not only the abilities and ultimates, but also the passive abilities, this can really go a long way into improving your gameplay over time with the game. The players that have a really solid understanding of what everyone is capable of doing at any given time, they're going to excel over the players that don't really bother learning that stuff. Additionally, on the same topic of abilities, I highly encourage you guys to try out the EMP grenades in this game. I know it's tempting to just use the standard frag grenade because you can get kills with them. They can be reasonably powerful actually if you can cook